Now, a dispute over national gas below the East China Sea between China and Japan raised its head again this weekend in talks between the two countries. Japanese Foreign Minister Katsuya Okada told his Chinese counterpart Yang Jiechi that Tokyo would take action if China violated a 2008 agreement on joint gas exploration projects. During the talks, Okada also urged China to start discussing details about the deal to jointly develop the gas fields.
Well, although the two countries reached a broad agreement in 2008 on the joint development of resources, progress has been slow, and Japan has accused China of drilling for gas in violation of the agreement. Okada warned that Japan might start its own drilling if China violated the agreement. China has insisted that it has the right to begin drilling under the agreement.
Now, estimated reserves in the disputed fields are not that big, about the equivalent of 92 million barrels of oil. But both countries have pursued the issue because there may be larger hidden reserves. And as with any issue concerning Japan and China, this topic has sparked off plenty of discussion amongst Chinese internet users. Our researcher Jiechi has been following some of the online reaction this has produced and joins us now from the newsroom. Jiechi, any dispute between China and Japan naturally raises the temperatures. What have people been saying about this particular dispute?
Well, most people say that although China and Japan reached a broad agreement, they now have to work out the details, and this will obviously take some time. They feel that Japan should be more patient, and many people say that the reason the Japanese side has raised the issue now is simply because of domestic political pressure. The electorate there is getting impatient because they were told that the problem had been settled, but now 18 months later, they feel China is dragging its feet. On the other hand, many internet users recognize that if the Chinese government does start joint development with Japan, it will not go down well at home.
And why do they feel that if the two governments have, after all, agreed on joint development?
Well, many internet users say the East China Sea issue isn't only about maritime rights, but it's also related to territorial sovereignty. Those who push this point say China is abiding by the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. This uses the natural extension of a continental shelf as demarcation line, but Japan insists on a median line between the two countries. They feel China has already made concessions and say Japan's attitude amounts to provocation and it is aimed at grabbing resources. Some even link it to Japan's claim to the Diaoyu Islands, which it calls the Senkaku Islands, and which are also disputed between China and Japan.
And Jiechi, are there any other comments on this issue?
Well, not too many. There are one or two who say that we should figure out why the Chinese government reached the 2008 agreement with Tokyo and exactly what it involves. These people say that if China really did promise to jointly develop the gas projects with Japan, then as a major country with an international reputation, it should carry out talks and find a resolution to the dispute.
Thanks, Jiechi. Now, Sylvia, as we said, just the latest in a long line of disputes between the historical rivals.
Right. Well, don't go away. Coming up next, we have our question of the day.